Hey everyone, I'm the Canadian Lad, and today I watched Spider-Man Far From Home at 0.25x speed and found 14 new details that you'll find nowhere else on the internet. Now this is my second time watching this movie at 0.25x speed. If you haven't watched my previous breakdown yet, I'd suggest you watch that after you're done with this one. Trust me, the details I'm about to show you will increase your love for Marvel films 10 times more than before. So without any further ado, let's begin. Number 1. At the beginning of the film, Aunt May brought Spider-Man to this charity event to raise money for the homeless. Now if you have seen some behind-the-scene footage, you already know that Tom Holland wasn't wearing any Spider-Man suit during this scene. He was in a motion capture suit because the Iron Spider suit that we saw in the movie is just too good to exist in real life, so they had to CGI the whole suit in the movie. So why am I saying all this? Notice in this event, people were recording Spider-Man in their cell phone because it's the first time they've ever come this close to a superhero. This is quite normal for today's standard, but notice the VFX team's attention to detail is so incredible that they didn't even forget to CGI his Iron Spider suit in this cell phone as well. I mean, it's easy to CGI a motion capture suit into a Spider-Man suit, but the VFX team made sure he appears the same way even in the cell phones that the extras are carrying in this scene. We have already seen a mistake like this happening in WandaVision, which could have easily happened here too, but thanks to the VFX department for their attention to detail. Number 2. When Peter was preparing for a school trip to Venice, Aunt May came to his room.
So sorry.
Now notice Peter has literally taped the switch on the wall along with the note that says "Do not turn off," because turning the switch off would stop his Iron Spider suit from charging. He even taped all the plugs so that Aunt May doesn't unplug them. Number 3. When Peter arrives in Venice, he goes to buy the Black Dahlia necklace for MJ, which he had already planned to give her as a gift in the beginning of the film.
I'm gonna buy her a Black Dahlia necklace because her favorite flower is the Black Dahlia because of, well...
The murder.
Now notice you can actually spot Quentin Beck aka Mysterio in the background. Nobody actually noticed it until Jake Gyllenhaal himself revealed this Easter egg on Instagram. You certainly cannot see him clear enough without slowing down this speed. It's incredible how Quentin Beck was essentially following Peter Parker everywhere he goes just so he can trick him at the end. Number 4. Peter denies Nick Fury's request to go to Prague to fight the Fire Elemental because he has to go to Paris the next day with his classmates. As a result, Nick Fury hijacked Peter's summer vacation and changed the destination from Paris to Prague.
We're going to Prague, huh?
What?
Notice Peter and Ned always end their handshake routine very smoothly, but hearing this shocking news, they both ended up pulling the wrong move. This is the only time their handshake routine actually goes wrong. Number 5. At this point, we're all familiar with this scene where Peter and Quentin have a conversation by the balcony. Now keep in mind, Mysterio actually can't fly, so whatever Peter is seeing here is an illusion. Therefore Mysterio appeared with his helmet. But notice as soon as the hologram of Mysterio lands beside Peter, Peter senses something weird.
I didn't think I was gonna have to save the world this summer.
Notice the way the camera focuses only on Peter. This is to prevent us from seeing the real Quentin Beck sneaking up behind Peter and sitting exactly where the hologram will land. Peter's spidey sense wasn't up to its full potential yet, and that's why he did feel something but wasn't sure about it. Number 6. While everyone was looking away at the supposed baby mountain goats, we get a shot for less than a second where MJ is clearly looking at Peter Parker and discovering his alter identity. In the next shot, you can clearly see she's still looking at Peter. This is really hard to notice without slowing down the playback. This is pretty much where MJ summed up the whole Spider-Man's real identity, and that's why right after getting off the bus, MJ kept staring at Peter. Number 7. Now this one is one of my favorites. We know how Brad caught Peter in a tricky position with this woman who was only here to give Peter his new stealth suit. Brad then took a picture and decided to show it to MJ so that Peter can never get his chances with her. But then of course with the help of Edith, Peter managed to remove this photo from Brad's device. Now we all know that, but here's the new detail. When Mr. Harrington was telling the students they're all gonna go to the opera, everyone showed their frustration with this decision. But notice Brad just kept scrolling his phone up and down. He's still trying to figure out where that photo went. In fact, he even gives Peter an evil look right in the middle of the scene. I'm pretty sure none of you lads noticed it, because the scene was heavily focused on Mr. Harrington, Ned, and Peter. Number 8. As we know, this black suit is called the stealth suit. Now I love the way Marvel introduced this suit for the first time. Notice we couldn't really spot where Peter is in this frame until the fireworks started in the background. So with this one clever shot, Marvel basically showed us what the stealth suit is really for. Number 9. When Peter and Beck were having a conversation in the bar, Peter was being so careless that he literally forgot the Edith glasses on the floor.
Promiňte, pro ty vám brýle.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
They were just on the floor?
This woman who just handed Peter the Edith glasses was also a member of Beck's team, so she simply could have just kept the glasses and later give it to Quentin Beck, but she didn't, because stealing the glasses was never a part of the plan. Quentin planted the idea on Peter's head to give away Edith so profoundly that he never thought of stealing it, and that's why this lady handed the glasses back to Peter. Or there's another theory that this lady is the one who pickpocketed the glasses from Peter and put it on the floor in the first place, so that when she gives it back, Peter feels ashamed and irresponsible. Number 10. When Peter looks up Flash's Instagram account to find out where they are, we can see Flash's Instagram handle, which is Spidey #1 fan. Also notice the comments on his stream. None of these comments are related to Flash or his stream, meaning these comments are from bots. This could indicate that Flash actually buys his followers. Number 11. In the final battle of the film, Peter runs out of his webs in his newly designed suit. This is probably because this new suit doesn't have web shooter refills like his previous suit used to have. Number 12. The end credits show how Mysterio modeled his costume based on Thor, Doctor Strange, and Black Panther. Number 13. In Captain America Civil War, the audience is silent during Tony Stark's BARF presentation.
Binarily augmented retroframing, or BARF.
But in the flashback to that same scene in Spider-Man Far From Home, the audience is now laughing.
Binarily augmented retroframing, or BARF.
This indicates that Mysterio remembers this moment as a lot more humiliating than it actually was. Thanks to a user from Reddit for sending me this awesome piece of detail. Number 14. In the final fight, the fake Mysterio tries to hand over the Edith glasses to Peter Parker, while the real Mysterio was trying to shoot Peter. Notice this holographic Mysterio was holding the Edith glasses as if he's holding and aiming a gun. This was a subtle clue that this version of Mysterio isn't real. And that's it. This would be my second breakdown of Spider-Man Far From Home at 0.25x speed. I hope I was able to give you lads some new details that you didn't catch before. If I did, then please give me a thumbs up, grab the subscribe button, and turn notifications on. There are a lot more details that I ignored because I covered them already in my previous breakdown, so please make sure to watch that too. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter to get updates about my videos. Till then, I'm Dave Chappelle, and I'll see you lads in the next one.
Nice to meet you.
Tom, be a tiny bit closer.
Oh, God.
Not that far.
Come on!
Come back.
It's just a lot to take in. You just laughed
You
at
were
my
looking around
performance.
so far, so you couldn't look at me, which made me laugh. Yeah. I don't think the shot works. I don't think it works.